Hello, 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 hello. Let me check my sound and I'm gonna get into this. I just left. I know I did a Note to Self podcast earlier and then I did a part two, but welcome to the Note to Self podcast episode 72. I just left grief class. It's March, same day, March 30th, 2023. It's a Thursday. It's 9:25 p.m. So I literally just got out of grief class and basically we were just talking like, let me share this real quick. Like it turned into like more spiritual than grief, which is my fault because I have a lot of questions. Like you can say like I'm a devil's advocate or something like that. Not really literally, but I like to ask questions. Hold on. I'm a devil's advocate or something like that. Not really literally. Okay. But this is my thing. So spiritual, what do you call it? Intermediaries. Okay. So I was talking to the pastor. Told you he's Southern Baptist, right? So like he said he doesn't believe that um he doesn't believe that you have to go through like an angel or a saint or anything like that to get to God. But the way I think about it is like I grew up in the early 2000s, okay? So I'm thinking about Bruce Almighty, right? And you remember when Bruce like played by what's his face? Jim Carrey. So you remember like that part where Bruce is playing like Bruce takes the spot of God, aka Morgan Freeman, and he's typing and whatnot. And he's like, because he's getting a whole bunch of emails. Like the emails are prayers, and I'm just like, that's how I always seen it. Like I just seen it like that. Like, and there's no like to me, and this is just my opinion. Like everybody's free to say what your opinion is, because I'm open to all of that, because I'm on a spiritual journey. But my thing is like, I believe in spiritual intermediaries. I'm not saying like you pray to like minor gods, or like you know how people have different religions and like you know they pray to God and they're all an aspect. I think they're all an aspect of God, like a representation. You know what I mean? Because it's just like he said a lot about like the Catholics worship Mother Mary and that's idol worship and all that. I get what he's saying, but my thing is like when I see Mary, I have paintings of her in my house. I have a magnet. Mother Mary magnet. Um, my thing is like I'm not praying to Mary because I think she's a god or anything like that. Not really. Um, my thing is like if I was God, which I'm not that I know of. God is like the CEO. Like he sits at the top of all this spiritual stuff, right? So, like everything, he sits at the top. Got that? He's at the top. So, why if I'm God am I going to listen to like what we have 8 billion people on the planet? Like so you're saying like 8 billion people can just get to me like that? I don't know. It just something to me it doesn't make sense, but I'm not God. Like just how I think about like this world is a simulation, like we're all Sims, like that video game, and like God makes the neighborhoods and then he goes to another neighborhood and the neighborhoods represent like planets or solar systems or whatever alternate realities. I think that's what it is, and he comes back to visit. He fixes things up. We all have free will, I believe in that. But it's just like some things it's just what I believe, and it's just like it turned into more of like a spiritual debate. And I didn't mean to hold the class up with my questions. Like I feel like I would do better going to like Bible study and all that, but like definitely going to Bible study. But I just believe in spiritual mediaries. Like is that the word? Intermediaries. Like for example, like when people pray to like Saint Expedite and stuff like that, right? Like I guess you're praying to an angel to send the message to God that you really need a blessing right now and quick. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, I guess that is idol worship. I don't know. Is it? Because you're not really worshiping the things. You're not worshiping those little, I don't want to say little, but you're not worshiping the beings. You're just like using them to get to God. Because like, isn't that what they're for? Like, for example, like when you pray to like Archangel or Michael or something like that to like get rid of the demons in your life. Um, I don't think like you're actually worshiping Michael. I feel like you're using Michael for what he's called to do. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, I guess I don't know. It's a lot to think about. And then my thing is like, I think I said like in my last podcast before 71. So this was like podcast 70. I was thinking like I was telling you guys about my experience in the church that just happened. And I was so surprised it was over so quick. Like I guess in a black church you'd be there all day. But it's like I don't mind that really. Like it used to bother me when I was younger, but it's like, and this is Methodist church. I don't know if it's all black churches or what, but I just know it's a stereotype that we be in church all day and then we eat after. But I like hearing the word. I don't mind somebody debating spiritually and all that, but it's just like with the Baptist church, like the Southern Baptist church, it's kind of like they say what they have to say and like they go on, you know? And I'm not saying like they forget about God or anything, not like that, but it's just like I want to elaborate. I want to worship harder, you know what I'm saying? Like all day. Like, I don't know. It's just like, but there is no in between for me, you know what I mean? Like, it's either that I'm, ignore my cat. It's either like I'm totally worshiping or like I'm just not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no gray area for me, really. I guess I am in the gray area. I don't know. But it's like and then like we were talking about like you do your faith through works, which means wait no not what did he say? Like you show your faith through works, something like that. But works are just works, unless you put your unless you put oh my gosh unless you put I'm gonna let this cat in. Oh my god. Can you hear me now? You can get baptized as many times as you want, but that doesn't mean that you're automatically saved. You know, like how I said, like you can go around deleting people, like you're a serial deleter. But just because like you pray, or like just because you repent, that doesn't take away the sin that you did. I don't know. Like I get, and like I said, who am I to judge though? But it just makes me think like, is not is it not what we do through our actions show like our character? Like how can I say like I love everybody and I don't lend a hand out? I guess you can lend a hand out but not really care. Like I guess like serial deleters, like they can be like, oh, like let's say like something happens to your car, God forbid, and then you have your thumb out. Okay, you think like the serial deleter is gonna help you change your tire? Maybe he does help you change your tire, he or she. But they'll still delete you. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't you know, it doesn't matter. I don't know. And then I'm looking at this Purple Rain poster over here, and I'm just thinking about. I think I said this before, like Prince Purple Rain, like purple meaning like this spiritual, like God. God is like purple, I guess. Like I guess you could say the highest chakra or whatnot. And then rain, like a kingdom, you know. And I'm just thinking about it, like there's something about that movie spiritually that gets me. I don't know, but that's basically what I wanted to bring up. Like I don't like having to have all these rules in a religion. Like granted I do want to get baptized and all that, but I really do want to get baptized. But then I was just like, how come you guys don't like Chris what do you call it? Christen? And that's what I'm just used to. Like I get the professing, but the way I'm the way I don't want to say grew up. It's just like seeing things like the ritual of it, the artwork of it. That's what I think. brings us to God, like shows aspects of God, like music. Like music is definitely godly, but you could also say like Satan or Lucifer, whatever, was the head of music, and he looked really pretty. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? But think about it. Like it does take talent to make music. It does make talent to make art, to make sculptures and whatnot. Like what did he say? Like God gives you talents, and if you don't use those gifts and talents, they will just burn up. Like that's what the pastor told me. So I'm just thinking like everything is an aspect of God. Go, please, please go. Make up your mind. You don't have to leave the door cracked, and it's like nobody's talking about the subjects I'm talking about. Like I mean, like I want to get on Fortnite too, but it's like, can we talk about real shit? Like I don't know if this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, but can we talk about it? Can we make conversation? Like, is there gonna be Fortnite in heaven? Is Fortnite heaven? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is life just a video game? So it's just gonna be loud, 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 loud. And this is why I want to soundproof the whole room. Like, I just can't take it. But like right now, like I'm just feeling kind of overwhelmed in a way. Like I'm overwhelmed. I'm annoyed. I think that's because I'm hungry. Bean, bean, bean. Stop being bad. Go. Okay, well I'm closing the door. Anyways, that's his house gonna be. Can y'all see me? So, anyways, yeah, I got the Rat Pack. Yeah, I got Prince. But does that mean I worship them? No. I just think like they have talent. Their aspect of talent, I think. I mean, well, their talent, I think, is like somewhat of an aspect of God because, like, I feel like everybody, like, God gives everybody a talent. Like, you don't know what the talent is. Maybe the talent is just talking to people. Maybe it's like organization. Maybe, like, who knows? Like, who knows? But everything that we do is an aspect of God. I don't know. I don't know where I'm really getting at this, but it's just like I don't think my spiritual journey is gonna stop at like baptism. I don't think I can make a total what the hell? I don't think I can make a total commitment to a church right now. I mean, I can. I can though, even though it's kind of far. But like I feel like what grandma was telling me back in the day was what she was saying like she was spiritual. Like when I would ask her like her religion and whatnot, she'd just say like she's spiritual. And I mean that sufficed for me. Like she said like when she passes she wants to be reincarnated as a bird. You know what I'm saying? Something that can fly away from this world. Not away from this world, but it won't be bound to earth. Please don't meow. Please don't do it. It's like why come into the room and make that noise? Why? I feel like even the cats are an aspect of God. If you like actually study every religion and not judge it, like there's so many similarities, but the aspect is that there's something bigger than us, and there's something even if there's multiple things bigger than us, there's something bigger than that, and it's just making me think like Mount Olympus, sir, 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 sir. I'm about to just lock myself in the closet. Like Mount Olympus, okay? Like for example, like I don't know. I don't know if this is blasphemous or not, but like I kind of think about like how when you think about Hercules, I kind of think about Jesus a little bit. I don't know, like somebody half human, half God. Hades, obviously Satan, Zeus, God. There's a lot of aspects. And it's just like I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think the journey is over yet. I feel like I'm never gonna get any peace here. Like there's nowhere to meditate. There's nowhere to really reflect and think about like what's gonna happen in the afterlife and whatnot. Um, but anyways, I did yard work today, and I'm happy about that. And like even like the plants are an aspect of God, the colors are an aspect of God. Why do we have to be subject to like one idea? And then it makes me think like, okay, I get when where he could say like idol worship is wrong, like maybe like giving your respects, not respects, but I mean like you guys know what I'm gonna say. When I see, what do you think when you see this? What do you think when you see that? I think about Jesus's mother. I think about femininity. I think about someone who was given a gift that they didn't know that they would be blessed with, which would be Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like you didn't have no sex, but you were granted a child. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just miracles, 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 miracles. It's just things that make me think. Um, and then like I don't know. And then we talked about like Islam, and he was saying like he didn't think like Muhammad was like a prophet or anything like that. And I'm just like, I mean, I can get what you're saying, but at the same time, like, what did he say? If you've seen God with your own eyes, or if you've seen Jesus with your own eyes, you're a prophet. Or did he say like when you saw Jesus with your own eyes, you're a saint? I don't know what he said, but he even said one thing that stood out to me. I can't even think, but I'm thinking like, okay, when Moses, can you hear me? I'm about to lose my mind. Like I'm literally about to lose my mind. Like I need to buy. What the hell is this? I can't even think. Oh, they were saying like Moses saw God, and like even the sight of God scared him and turned his hair white. And then when the people saw Moses, they were like OMG, because like he was so bright from like seeing God, you know what I mean? Like they almost went blind seeing him. Like his hair was white, like just turned white because he was scared. Like, and then I was saying like I was asking like, do you think God is scary looking? You know what I mean? Because like when we think about angels, we're like, oh, like wings and beauty and all of that, like superstars. But when you really look at the biblical account, like if you literally do the biblical account of the angels, literally, like they look like monsters. But it's just like if they're warriors for God, wouldn't they look fierce? So I'm thinking about, okay, maybe he's so big that you don't see him. Like maybe just looking up, like let's say the sky was an aspect of God. Maybe the sky is just his cheek, you know? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe like I always thought like the sun was one eye and then like the moon was the other eye. And he's just like turning his head, and I don't know, it's just deep, deep, deep. And then one thing I want to do is like go on a what do you call it, an ayahuasca trip. Like I want to do that, and I just want to like just zone out and just figure this shit out before I make any commitments, because like I know at the end of the day, like I know that there's a higher power. I mean, I know I can't handle the answer if I get the answer, but I'm willing to go down this journey to try to figure it out. Like I want to know the one true God, you know what I'm saying? And then he also said something about Jehovah Witnesses, like in their Bible, which I think I had because my grandma gave me that Bible. She wasn't Jehovah Witness though. Um, he said New International Version. He said they don't believe that Jesus was crucified. Like they thought Jesus was an angel. And I'm just like, so what? Like, so when it comes to that part, let me look. Can y'all see me? What will happen if I have a phone. I can do that. All right, let's see. Jesus believe what? Wait, Jesus, Jehovah's Witness belief. But it's just like I don't know. This shit is deep, deep, deep. Wasn't Prince of Jehovah's Witness? Okay, they say Jehovah's Witnesses identify as Christians, but their beliefs are different from other Christians in some ways. For instance, they teach that Jesus is the Son of God, but is not a part of the Trinity. And the Trinity is like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And then we were trying to break that down, like there's three aspects of yourself. So then, like, I know I sound fucking crazy right now. Okay, bear with me. So you have the Father, which is everything, everything, everything. Think about the universe, things that you can't fathom. And then you have the Son, which is like in the flesh. That's me and you. Something that you can see. And then you have the Holy Ghost, which is like the spirit inside of you. You know what I mean? Like something that you can't see, but it's inside of you. So you have something that's inside of you, the Holy Ghost. You have the Son, which is the flesh. And then you have um the Father, which is, you know, everything up there, everything around us. So I get that in that aspect. But then I was also like, what if, like, I already asked this question before. How do we know God is not a woman? And I know, don't exit me out on this one, but why are we gendering God? If God is made in our images and whatnot, and we're a man and woman, how do we know? Like, I don't want to say God is both, but what if God is neither nor? You know what I mean? But that can't be. I mean, it could be though. But then it makes me think, okay, don't they say that about Baphomet, right? Baphomet, I don't know if Baphomet has a weenus, but I know Baphomet has like boobs and does he have a weenus? And it's a sword with like a demon sticking his tongue out or something like that. That's freaky as hell. But I don't know if Baphomet has a coochie. That's my thing. So is it just boobies on top and then the duh on the bottom? Or is it everything? You know what I mean? And then like I don't know, I'm still the way I'm thinking, like if you caught me a few years ago when I was coming off of or maybe getting on the not psychedelics, but the antipsychotics and whatnot. Yeah, I would like I was already going into like the not Jehovah's Witness, but what do you call it, Hebrew Israelite thing. Like I was falling into that. But it's just like the way I'm thinking now, and it's not like nothing like satanic, excuse me, or Luciferian or anything like that. It's like my mind is very open. Like my mind is open to anything. Like I want to have a conversation with God. I don't want to necessarily die, but I just want to like I don't even know if I could handle the questions I would ask. But like I know it sounds wrong to be like, what if God is all that? But what's wrong about that? What's really wrong about that? What's wrong with asking questions? And I feel like that's one flaw with um you know, religion, like when you get indoctrined into like a mindset. I could never be indoctrined. That's not what I am. That's not who I am, and God knows that about me. That's why he made me. You know, he made me like that. Like I'm not going to think one way because you're telling me to think that way. Cuz it's just no way. There's no way, there's only one way. Like but then it's like I don't know, like but then if you think, okay, well, what if God is like everything at one time, and then what if God doesn't have it? I'm really sitting here thinking, does God have genitals? You know what I'm saying? I'm really here thinking about that. But if you think about God like being like an alien or something like that, like Aliens, I feel like they're so advanced that they don't have those parts. That's why they come down and like probe and whatnot. I don't think they really have those parts. But what are they really doing when they probe people? That's the things I'm thinking. But it's like, to keep on the topic of intermediaries, I think, just in my opinion, if I was a supreme being like that, I don't think I would have anybody come directly to me. You know what I mean? I mean, like, unless you're really special, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you were Jesus or something like that, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you were Moses, yeah. Like, if you show me how strong your faith is, yeah, you can get directly to me. But there's just like, I don't want to hear a million people, a billion, trillion people, because you're not even accounting the other planets and other galaxies and star systems of people who could be praying. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of emails. That's a lot of prayers. But then it's like, why am I thinking God can't handle that many prayers? Why am I thinking God can't handle that many emails? But then I think about what's going on in the world and how many times people have prayed. Like, I thought about, like, okay, I remember when my grandma was passing away and somebody said, I'll pray for you, right? And it's like, I didn't want to hear that shit. I didn't want to hear it. And I knew she was going to die, even if we did pray or whatever. But I did have faith. A little bit of faith. Because I was 17. I was going through my agnostic phase. But I was just like, I mean, God, if you're out there, please. I remember like being a little kid and then just praying at night, like, God, take my life so my grandparents can live. Those were things that I was thinking of as a child. That's what I'm saying. I've always had a connection with whatever's out there. Whatever's out there. And I'm talking about the CEO, okay? And I'm not saying like I'm a prophet or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I just always knew that there was a higher power. Like when I was first learning how to curse, I would be like, shit, fuck, goddamn, in the closet. Of course, I'd be like, shit, fuck, goddamn. But then I'd be like, Lord, forgive me for what I said. And then I just make the sign of cross over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Because I don't know why. I don't know why. And I don't know why I still curse. I don't know why I do what I do. I don't know why people do what they do. And it's just deep thoughts that I think all the time, because it's just like, the first time around when grandma passed, I was just like, oh, why did that have to happen? God hates me. God hated her. Maybe she sinned or something like that. And then it turned into like, maybe God's not real. And then it turned into total religious infatuation. And I'm hoping that I'm not going through that religious infatuation phase again because grandpa passed. Like, my eyes are way open than it was 10 years ago. Way open. Like, so I'm looking at it from an eye of experience. But at the same time, I'm ready to be done with this journey in a way. But I feel like that's also giving up. But then I know that in the Bible, and I'm gonna wrap this up, God says, like, if you're lukewarm, he'll spit your motherfucking ass out, okay? So I know, like, I'm not saying God does not exist. I know God exists, but I just want some more answers. And it's just like, even if I go get answers from every religion and then I apply it, I mean, the answers I'm getting, it stops there. Like, when do the questions end? Um, when I don't know. All I know is the golden rule, okay? And I say this all the time. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat sentient beings the way you want to be treated. And I don't think, I told you guys, I don't think I can do the vegan thing. We're only human. Okay, I'm human. I need iron. And I know I could take the iron pills, but but my thing is like, the best thing you can do is treat people with some damn dignity. You know what I'm saying? Dignity, mercy, grace. And those are things God gives you as well. We talked about mercy and grace. And I think grace is giving you something that you don't deserve. And mercy is not giving you something that you do deserve. Did I say that right? Grace is giving you something you don't deserve. And, and mercy is giving you something. Mercy is giving you some. Mercy is not giving you something you do deserve. So, for example, like let's say you curse me out, you call my mom a cow or something like that. I'm just, like I could beat your ass, but I don't. I spared mercy on you, and then afterwards, um, I take you out to the movies. Sounds stupid, but that's grace. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like God has. I like the mercy part of it. I like the Old Testament God. You know what I mean? Like I and I did go through a phase. Here we go, because I wanted to end it on 30-minute mark, but here I go, here I go, here I go. I used to be obsessed with the Old Testament God, so I thought I was gonna go through my Jewish phase, which I did go through, and then like later on the Hebrew Israelite thing. But yeah, I wanted to be Jewish, and I don't know why. Like I was trying to do the mathematical equations in my head, like is God really the Messiah and whatnot. Like I mean, Jesus really the Messiah? And then my other question was like, which I'm a little bit skeptical about it, but then after thinking about the Holy Trinity and whatnot, right? Like God showing himself in the flesh is Jesus, right? Okay, now I kind of get it, but I was just like, how could you be your own father? Like I was thinking of everything literal, and it makes me think about when we watched the Book of John visual Bible series. And they also told me to check out the series called The Chosen when I was at grief class, so I'm gonna check that out. But my thing is like, I was just like, how could you be your own father? Like that doesn't make sense. So the Pharisees, like they were saying the same thing. Like, how could you say like you're the son of God? Something like that. Like well, the part that really got me was like when they were like, okay, when Jesus was just like, eat my flesh and drink my blood, which is the bread and the wine, right? But then if you think about it, like the bread gives you sustenance, the wine gives you like joy, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, don't literally eat me, but think of what I'm giving you as a representation of what you love and need, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen to what I have to say. Like, I don't know, it's deep because it's so many metaphors in the Bible. Like, I think the Bible is a whole metaphor. Like, I think everything is a fucking metaphor for like what the fuck is really going on. But specifically, I'm talking about the Bible. I think the Bible is a metaphor. I'm talking about the New Testament. And I think the Old Testament is kind of a metaphor. Kind of, but I'm more with the mercy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you knew, like I guess that's just how I grew up. You know what I mean? Like when you get whooped for doing bad, you don't do it again. And I don't know if like God is like sparing us. Like I think God is having mercy on us right now, because if I was God, I would be dishing out some whoop ass. Like that's what I would be doing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like there's so much sin in the world and whatnot, and I'm just saying, like based on what you gonna call it, on the Ten Commandments and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. Cause like my grandma said, if you steal, you can kill. Okay, and they didn't quite get what I was saying when I said that in class, but I believe it because it's just like, okay, you think about a robber, you think about a killer. Like if you see a robber coming through the door, you don't think they'll kill you. The best thing you can do is just stay asleep. So it's what could really stop you from like deleting somebody if you're already stealing from people. And stealing is one of the worst things you could do besides like lying. But then at the same time, you have good lies and bad lies, I think. Like lies that can spare people's lives, and lies that bring you bring you only good to you. What do you say? Like I don't know how to even say that. Like I can lie on my taxes or some shit like that. That's a lie. I can lie and say I'm really a doctor, and so I can have a high salary. Like I have these degrees, but I really don't. But I lied so I can get something. Like there's lies that are bad and there's lies that are good. Like if someone's like, "Oh, I'm looking for so and so, we have a debt to settle or whatever the fuck." I don't know. I haven't seen him or her. Those are good lies, I think. That's what the pastor was telling me. So there's some things I agree on. There's some things I don't agree on. But like, it's a lot to think about. And there's no one answer. The only one answer is love. And God is love. That's what I think. And then my thing is just like, are these walls built of paper? But you guys know what I'm saying. Like, think about the shit I'm saying right now. Like, and then the funniest thing is like, I'm not the only one who thought about this shit. I'm not the only person that philosophized about what's going on. And then I asked, like, do you think God can possess people? And he said, yeah, but whatever they say, it's not going to be nothing new. And that's why I believe when he says, like, there's no new prophets. I do believe that in a way. Because just like, what are you saying that God doesn't already know? Like, prophesizing. I like to listen to prophets from time to time. Like tarot card readings. I believe that shit could be real. I was just like, you don't believe in like the evil eye and stuff like that? And he was like, no. And I'm just like, so if somebody walked to this window and just was like, I don't know, evil eye or something like that, you wouldn't think that somebody put the root on you or nothing like that? Because you remember that movie, that makes me think. I'm just talking on. I'm kind of lonely. Um, but you're never lonely in the spirit. You're never lonely with the internet. This shit says 0 people in the chat. How do I know? How do I know there's not 100 zeros? You know? I know I'm watching. But anyways, like, there's the internet. Nothing gets wiped off the fucking internet. It doesn't matter. Somebody's getting my message. Somebody's gonna understand me. Somebody's gonna question me. I want to debate. I want to talk. I want to grow spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So this journey will never fucking end. But I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. What's it called? Shallow Hal? I think this is Stephen. Not Shallow Hal. That's a movie where this ugly guy gets with a girl. Or maybe he was pretty and then he turned ugly and he gets with a girl that's pretty. I think it has Gwyneth Paltrow and Jack Black in it. But I'm thinking of a different movie. What is this movie called? Thinner. I think it's a Stephen King novel. I guess it's gotta be Stephen King. If it's not Stephen King, it's Van Helsing. Not Van Helsing. What's his name? Wes Craven? But I'm pretty sure this is a Stephen King novel. But basically, this guy, like, he goes to like this. What do you call it? What's that thing called? A carnival or something like that. And then like the gypsies come to town, right? And then the gypsy puts the evil eye on this guy because this nigga he keeps fucking with them niggas. So he fucked with the wrong one. And Babushka, old grandma, I think she puts the evil eye on him because he was just being weird, like a weirdo, like a pervert or something. Um, he was an asshole. So she put that root on him. Next thing you know, he's getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. Like he's a big guy. Like he's morbidly obese. And he just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Like literally till he's almost a skeleton until the end. And I don't know if he apologizes to that old lady or not. But I believe that shit is real. But if you believe shit like that is real, then it really does have power over you if you think about it. Like people could say a lot of shit about you. People can like wish ill will on you. People could like be like, "Oh, Bunny is not shit. Her hair's gonna fall out tomorrow. Mote it be, bitch." If I heard that shit, I might think about it. And then next thing you know, me worrying about it is just gonna make my hair fall out, you know? And it makes me think about an episode on the PJ's Projects, and they had the Haiti lady, aka Garcelle. She's like a voodoo priestess from Haiti, basically. And she's just like she cursed this what was his name, Super or Thurgood. That's Eddie Murphy's character. Check out this show. I talked about it before. But she cursed him and said, your grapes will be sour or something like that. Like, you will be cursed, because he kept on clowning on her. And I don't know if it's karma or whatever. I don't think it was really working though. I know that he purposely put vinegar in his wine so like she wouldn't leave, because she got so deflated that her spell didn't work. Like she said, "You're cursed." But the irony about it, to me, is like there's another character in the show, and his name is damn, I forgot his name, but he's the Cuban guy, and like she put a curse on him, and like he has bad luck the whole fucking show. Like his wife died, he lost his voice, but then at the same time, he smoked cigarettes. So how do you know not by chance he lost his voice from the cigarettes and not from her curse? You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is so open ended. You can't tell what's real and what's not. But either way, there's something above. There's something above. And she was worshiping a demon, little demon gargoyle called Baal, and he looked like a little goat or something like that. He looked like a little gargoyle or something like that. But even when like the later Christmas episodes, Garcelle was there at the church, you know. But Baal, and then like I'm looking at Baal, and they're just like, in the Bible, Baal is the name given to several different deities who are designated as false gods or idols. I mean, all right, but then it's also a an actual god. Like I don't know, you guys. Like all I know is like there's something out there that's bigger than us, man. Like fuck around and find out. And it's just like I don't want to find out on Judgment Day. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to know what I need to do and what I don't need to do. Gang cooking, for real, for real. I left grief class, and it's just like I wanted to talk to Bean about this shit, but it's like Bean don't really want to talk about it. He's just like, you don't need like an intermediary to talk directly to God. But you remember that movie, Bruce Almighty, right? When Bruce turned into God, like he got all those emails, like the emails or prayers. Like, if I was God, I would have a filter on this shit. Like, which angel is trying to get to me? Like, I would have like 7 angels in a deck, 12 at the most, and then I would filter each one and get to them. I can't have a million trillion people trying to hit me up at one time. I'm texting trying to get some cookies this weekend, so I might be in out chat. All right, that's fine. I was about to get off and maybe about the hour mark. So maybe about 15 minutes. I didn't want to make it too long, but then I was just like rambling, rambling, rambling. And then I wanted to get on Fortnite, but I was just like, it's been on my mind because like I held up the grief class asking these spiritual questions. And it's just like, I don't know if I can do the Baptist thing. You know what I mean? Oh, and now that you bring it up, he's like the pastor said, Rome is in the Bible, right? Like the area of Rome, right? And he's saying like the Antichrist is gonna come out of Rome, right? And he was saying like the Pope is doing things to be more inclusive, which is not really a good thing. Like he said, he even added like a Islamic guy into the Catholic Church, and he's still Muslim. And I was like, how does that work? But my thing is like, because he said like the Vatican is running out of money or something like that. But I'm thinking, even though America is not in the Bible, you know what I mean? I think about Notre Dame's take, like, and then also how they say America is the new Rome, right? Like, that movie Rome Has Fallen, and it's basically America. Yeah, that's why I like the pastor, because he just be like, he'd be telling it how it is, because that's his belief. But I like how he keeps it real. Well, whatever is real, you know what I'm saying? But like, I like that he stayed back and let me like talk. Like, all of it was like it was all pretty much Bible study at at the Greek class. Basically, that's what it was. But like Rome now is America. No, Rome back then is America now. You know what I mean? And he said like China and Russia are in the Bible, and he said that's Gog and Magog or something like that. I don't know. I want to do like a deep dive study of all the books. Like I want to go on an ayahuasca trip first, or smoke a really dank blunt, and just I need something. Like I need to go on a trip. Okay, I'm sorry, and I'm not promoting drug use and shit like that. I want to go on a trip. I want to get out of my mind. I want to lick a toad. I want to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like it just can't be one answer. Like that's what's getting me. But I think Rome today is America. That's what I think. Like all the shit that Rome was doing back then, that's us now, nigga. You say Egypt is America now. Babylon is America now. Every empire that was wicked is America now. Shit. Let me read that again. Egypt is America now. Babylon is America now. Every empire that was wicked is America now. Yeah, and then every one of them niggas fell. So maybe it's our time to fall. You know what I mean? And I like usually I'm not on that kind of shit. Like usually I'm just like America, fuck yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe like I'm thinking maybe America could be the Holy Land at the same time. Because if they were exempt from the Bible, because the Bible doesn't talk about it, but then again, they lived in the old world, the Eastern world and whatnot. Maybe America is just like exempt, like we're not involved with that shit. But then at the same time, you had like Native Americans here and stuff. So they had gods, they had a god. So it's just like it's deep. And then like I think I spoke something about like the Pharisees, like them niggas was a hating ass group of niggas. Like you hating on Jesus because he healing people, but he's healing people on Sabbath day. That's why you mad. Like why are you mad that he's healing people? And then why the fuck y'all was letting people sell shit in church? I mean, like I know we had to pay tithes or whatever the fuck. I guess the Pope would be the president. You know what I mean? But then if you think about it, like, okay, they're talking about the Antichrist, right? So, and then didn't Trump get indicted? Or is that the word? Indicted? I keep saying indicted. But that shit just I don't know, man. I feel like America's the Holy Land. Like how we say God bless America and all that. I don't know. Maybe like other nations back in the day had something that said like God bless whatever nation or whatever. But my thing is just like if all cultures can come together, one nation under God. I mean, it sounds like kind of like a new world order kind of thing. And then like the Pope, not the Pope, the preacher was talking about the new world order too, and he was just saying that's what's going on in the Vatican or something like that. But I just don't see the Vatican running out of money. Like, don't they have like secret holy books and shit like that? Why they can't sell that? Don't they have gold thrones, crowns, the shroud of Jesus? Don't they have that? Like, sell some shit, man. Trump did get indicted. Is that the word? Indicted or indicted? This shit about to go up. You better stack food, bruh. I don't know. I mean, it is what the fuck it is. I did stock up on food though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to make some Velveeta. Uh, what we got? Beef stroganoff or something like that. That's what I'm about to eat. Like I don't know. I should have been buying more canned foods and excuse me. I thought about throwing seeds out in the yard and then whatever grows grows. That's what I was thinking. But then I was like, if I throw a whole bunch of seeds in the front yard, there's no way somebody's not gonna come up to my yard and just steal that shit. Like there's no way. But then I'm so hungry right now I could eat a sheep. I don't know. But then one of my friends was saying like even though he is getting indicted or indicted, whatever the fuck, nothing's gonna happen. I don't know. Like, is Trump that important? You know what I mean? I do feel like Trump was kind of the glue with Russia, and I feel like Obama was the glue with China. You cooking dinner at 10 p.m.? Damn, I know Bean starving. Shit, Bean cooking. He should have been playing that game all day. But I think he was waiting for me to come back from grief class, so we be eating like 2 lunches. I only ate once. I had a McGriddle. What's wrong with eating dinner late? Whoo! I like to eat dinner late because it gives me the itis. But then I also heard that can cause heartburn. Yeah, I just left out of there. I was asking mad questions. Like, we couldn't even really get to the grief part of it. Like, I was just like, I need to know more about spirituality and stuff like that. So it kind of got off topic. I mean, I never really liked the sausage McGriddle, but sausage be hitting sometimes, like especially if you put some jelly on that motherfucker. Muffins be good too, though, especially like butter on it. And I also want some sourdough. I'm so hungry right now. Like I'm almost dizzy. But I don't know, man. Like, what is the truth? I just want to know the truth. You know, I just want to know the truth. And it's just like, can we handle the truth? Because like, what if we prayed and prayed and then like the pastor was saying like you're not gonna see God until like judgment day or something like that. And then I don't believe that. I just like you ever just okay, what about the people who have near death experiences and they think they seen Jesus or something like that? Was that really a demon or was it really Jesus? I don't know. But I think maybe if you live a righteous life and you actually apply that, like you live like Jesus lived and going out and doing good works and stuff like that, like fasting and like on Jesus mode, Um I feel like things will be revealed to you. Like even wearing the Jesus sandals. You think you want to know the truth, but you really don't because the truth is ugly. And I don't mean to call God ugly, but I'm thinking like if you seen God, you would probably pass the fuck out. And then he said the same thing about Moses. Like Moses saw God when he went on top of the mountain and all his hair turned white. And like that's fucking I can understand that. Like he said he saw a little bit of God and his whole hair just turned white and he was scared. That's something. And then when he came back down the mountain, like all the people were like, "Oh my god!" Like, cause he was glowing. Moses was glowing, nigga. Oh shit! Damn, that was quick. Good luck. Love you too, drunk. Strap up, man. It's dangerous out here. Even crabs have a god. But I don't know, you guys. I guess I'm going to go. But I mean, like, if anybody has any like answer to my question, or um you want to open up with another question or anything like that, I think I want to do like maybe we can do spiritual debates or something like that, or maybe we can do uh like a study, like a religious open panel or something like that. I'm thinking about like dropping the link to the chat. I don't know how many people I can add on. I think I have to buy StreamYard. I don't know, but I do want to talk to other people about this stuff too. And like I said, it's no judgment zone for me. I'm really trying to find the answers, but I know that there's something at the top. There's someone at the top of all of this, of all spirits, of all deities and whatnot. There's somebody at the top. Um, yeah, it's just deep. Like one question, okay, I'm ready. If God is real, do you have free will or no? Yes, I think you do because God gave you free will because He wants you to fuck up. That's what I think. Because it's just like He's trying to filter out who's real and who's not. God is a G. And that's why I think like people think like God and the devil are against each other, but God made the devil, nigga. He made that nigga like he's like, yo, like find these niggas that is like easily swayed and do what you gotta do. Put a hot poker up their fucking ass for sinning and shit like that. Cause for them to be tempted, like, why would you want that in your kingdom? Like, why would you want trash in the kingdom? You know what I mean? So I think we do have free will. It's all a test. But I don't know, like, what if we didn't have free will, but we still had a mind like this? That would be so scary to be working on autopilot. But how do we know we're not on autopilot right now? Like, did we take the red pill or the blue fucking pill? Are there any pills? Is there a clear pill? Is like there a no pill? Like, what is the truth? That shit is crazy. And I don't know. It makes me wonder, like, people talk so much shit about weed and psychedelics and stuff, and the like what do you call it? Criminalizing that shit. But is are you criminalizing psychedelics because you know that will bring people closer to the truth? What do y'all think about that? If something is bringing you out of your mind and you can see spiritual things, I mean, it could be a hallucination. Who the fuck knows? But like, because like the pastor and I talked about spiritual glasses, like they say, like in the spiritual realm, like we don't see it, but when you put on those spiritual glasses, there's a ghost walking in here. Like my grandpa's probably in this room right now. And then could you imagine like demons and angels? Uh, that's crazy. So like, what do you guys think? But I thought this was deep. I thought it was introspective, but as I say, I'm not one to follow the crowd, except for the spiritual crowd, I guess. The open-minded crowd, the crowd of no followers, you know what I mean? Rebels. I guess I think maybe like Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I fucks with Jesus. Excuse my language. Like somebody who's misunderstood, somebody who sits with the misfits, somebody who sacrifices. You know what I mean? I fuck with that. So yeah, I fuck with Jesus. Okay, Jesus gang, I guess. Um, that's just what I like. I don't know. Like there could be somebody out there that's like Buddhist and they fuck with Buddha. You know what I mean? But either way, we're all on one path, and that path is death. What is after that? And does it even matter? You know? I'm about to wrap it up. I just want to make it to the hour mark, but I'm just wondering. Like I thought about the other day, like and then Drunk and I talked about this earlier. If you get married twice, are you with your first wife or first spouse or your second spouse? And I said second, but wouldn't it be something if you're with both of them? You know what I'm saying? And then I think about like polygamy and stuff like that, which is a topic of a different discussion for a different night. But I don't know, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? I don't know if I could do it because I don't know. I don't think I could share like that. But that's a topic for a different discussion though. But then if you think about it, like, okay, you have like if you don't feel like fucking, somebody else can fuck that nigga, you know? If you don't feel like cooking, some other bitch can cook, you know? But it's like I just when I think about polygamy, I just think about threesomes, you know, or orgies or something like that. Like, I don't think I've ever seen like a healthy polygamous anything. I don't think, but I'm sure it exists. Like, they have it in civilizations that have been around for a long time, but I don't know. But I don't know how I got on that one, but I think I do. But This has been the Note to Self podcast, episode 72. This is your favorite rabbit, Zaina Bunny. It is March 30th, 2023. I love you all. Peace. Leave a comment. I won't delete it. Bye.